forget about me reading because I don't have anything new to say. But then I thought, well, what I should have done was write about the reason I got the $81 speeding ticket that I put on Facebook, the real story behind what happened.
There you go, Speedy.
But that would be kind of improvisation tonight because I haven't written it yet. Well, actually, the reason I got the $81 speeding ticket was it all started the night before when Roy was snoring so loud I had to go sleep on my mother-in-law's couch, and she had these little light picture things that are on all night and flash the pictures, so I had to turn those around, and her shades were up and the lights were, cars were coming, so you couldn't sleep, and you couldn't pull the shades down because they're the really old shades. If you pull them too hard, they go. So then by 7 o'clock, I thought, well, I'm going to try to go back in the bedroom and sleep because his mom gets up at 7 to listen to The Price is Right or something. I don't know. But anyway, I went back in there and it was the same old snore, snore, snore. So I was tired all day long. So this is kind of my April funny fool thing here. So by the time it was time for us to go home, I was ready just to crash in the car and take a nap. And so Roy said, oh, you can drive. And I said, I'm tired. He goes, I'm tired too. So I got to drive. And so I didn't feel like talking. So I drove really, really fast in between Springfield and Butler, or wherever that is, Buffalo. Yeah, I drove really, really fast, and I drove really, really fast, like 80-something, and all of a sudden, I had a friend behind me, and he said, I thought, well, I'll just give him my card, He said, ma'am, get out of the car and get into my car. And I said, who, me? I was like, he's not serious, I gotta get in his car, And he goes, yeah, you're the one driving. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, he knocked the ticket price down because he felt sorry for me because I was tired. Anyway, that's my funny that one day I may turn into a funny poem. But in the meantime, as a kid growing up, I was very fond of pets, and my mom had a really soft heart, so I talked her into getting me a mouse. And most of you might have already heard this, there may be some that haven't, but it's called The Science of Mice, and I begged her to get me just one little mouse. We had pets, dogs, cats, chickens, guinea pigs, but it was Missy the mouse who caused such a fuss. With a pair of petal pink translucent ears and 2 red but not beady eyes, she was white and cream colored, docile and pure of heart. Spinning on her wheel, minding her happy caged life until I decided she needed a friend. Of course, it took some tall talking to convince Mom. It can be a science experiment, Mom. Or, she's so sweet. But look, Mom, she's lonely, see? Mom. Mom soon caved, and Willie came to live at our house. Coal black with pink ears and 2 small eyes, it was love at first sight. Soon Missy had a litter, but that was all right. The mouselings grew and were each a cute sight to see. I guess we should have read the booklet that said, Mama Mice can have up to 32 pups at a time. And these cute little hairless pinkies are ready for breeding in 5 weeks. We didn't read the book. So after the first batch reached their prime, we soon realized most of Missy's pups were girls, nesting full time. Soon mathematics and science went out the door. We were in the midst of a population explosion. We needed more cages and litter and food and water, a geneticist, a biologist, and the CDC. All of the nesting and spinning and eating and breeding and birthing came to a halt. Some phantom disease spread throughout the mouseling herd until not a mouse was stirring. And only matriarch Missy could be heard, spinning on her squeaky wheel, looking just as healthy as she had at the start. The perfect science experiment of love with a big heart. She lived 5 more years in her private retreat. very happy to be alone. I have one more small one about a frog, called it Green Alien 1969. I was always bringing something home. There they were, childhood friends, poking along the ditch behind the white block church, oblivious to the importance of walking on the moon, just playing on a summer afternoon. One girl with long dark locks pulled into her barrette, one girl with straight blonde hair blowing in the breeze, looking for tadpoles in the stream, walking past a rusty paint can to find a child's delight, a big green blob sitting on a stone. The blonde-haired girl pokes it with her stick, gently coaxing it into the rusted can, much to the alarm of the dark-haired girl. Carrying her green treasure home to Mom, who finds a yellow plastic tub, a rock, some water, and a piece of wire for the top. Placing it on the dining room table seems a fitting place for this sort of treasure. Night comes and the household falls asleep, but the girl awakes to the sounds of a green alien invasion, the sound of a bass intonation, a loud signal emanating from a breach in the house, coming from a far distant galaxy, so terrifying, so loud, echoing off the walls and bouncing through the doors. Covering her head, she breaks into a sweat, hunkered down, hidden beneath the layers, refusing to breathe. Lest they hear her and spirit her away in their ships, until she calls, "Mom! Mom, there's space monsters in the house." But Mom isn't worried. "It's your frog, the one you found." That's how they sound. And once again, the night is quiet, and some sleep, but not all. For in the morning, the green treasure is gone, disappeared, leaving only a green faded water stain on a school tablet paper. Never found, never heard from again. The dog smiles, lying quietly in the corner, holding secrets he'll never tell. He thinks, the truth is out there,